Hello everyone and welcome to the final day of the 5-day challenge. So proud that you're here and that you're practicing with me. It means so much. And today I have a pillow on the ground because we're going to sit on the ground. So if sitting on the ground, it doesn't work for you. I get that. You can sit on a couch. You can sit on your bed. You can sit anywhere that feels okay for you. And the first few movements, if you want to do them standing, you can totally do them standing. I just wanted to offer some seated practice for our last day for all the people that enjoy that rather than standing. So I'm going to come down, sitting on my pillow. I like to keep my hips a little bit higher. It just feels better in my body. Maybe you're cross-legged or maybe you have your feet together, knees up to the side. I like this position because it leaves room for my belly. I don't feel as cramped as when my legs are crossed. But again, do what works for you. If you're seated in a chair, just make sure, or like a couch or something, just make sure your feet are fully supported by something on the ground. Let's think about here, breathing, having a tall spine. So imagining there's something slightly pulling the top of your head up, but not your chin. Your chin's parallel with the ground. And we're lengthening our spine. Breathing here. Let's raise our arms up towards the sky. Option to cactus your arms here, coming into open chest, back bend. Raising our arms back up again. And then we'll slowly this time hinge forward, bring your hands down towards the ground, hinging at the hips. Bring your hands towards the ground or your feet or your legs. Looking towards your feet, breathing here. So if you're standing right now, you could be doing a standing forward fold or a seated forward fold in a chair. So lots of options. And then we'll slowly come back, raising our arms back up towards the sky, twisting your torso, bring your hands down to one side for a seated twist, looking over that back shoulder or forward if that feels better on your neck. Raising our arms up one more time, coming towards the other side, looking forward, looking back. Coming back up. We'll do that sequence one more time. So coming into that back bend, opening up the chest, chin towards the sky. Raising our arms up, hinging forward, coming down into that forward fold. Coming down towards your legs. And looking towards your legs as your feet. Breathing. We'll raise our arms up towards the sky and then do a little twist towards the left. Bring your hands down. Either looking back or looking forward. Raising our arms up. Coming down on the opposite side. And then coming back to neutral. So we're going to use our strap. We're going to stretch our hamstrings. So if you're seated in the chair or seated on something, you can bring the strap underneath your foot and have it out in front of you like this. We're going to bring our feet out to the side so you can have it out to the side, seated as well. If you're on the ground, like me, I invite you to come into Constructive Rest, which is a position of laying on the ground. I'm going to use that pillow under my head. You don't have to, but it's more comfortable. You can also do this laying on your bed or laying on a couch. I'm going to take my strap. Constructive rest is when your knees are bent, feet on the ground, arms down by your sides. You can also take your strap, placing it over one foot, raising it up towards the sky, holding the strap in either hand, and breathing here, feeling this hamstring stretch. So again, if you're seated in a chair, this leg is out in front of you, while the other one is planted on the ground. And from here, you can take the strap into your right hand, slowly opening up the leg. You don't have to go all the way down to the ground, but opening up as much as feels good for you. And maybe notice if you feel a sensation along the inner line of your leg, like your inner thigh. Breathing here and then bringing that leg back up. We'll do a little twist. So we'll twist that leg, thinking about twisting your toes towards the opposite side of the body and then pulling them across. Just a little bit across the midline of the body. And then bring it back to center. And we're going to switch feet. So I like to just do this in the air. You can bring your feet down and switch. If you're seated, that would be much easier than trying to hold both legs up at the same time. But whatever way works for you, switch your feet. Coming into that hamstring stretch. Taking a breath here. And then we'll open up our foot up to the side. I have a wall here, so I can't go further than this. But maybe you want to, or maybe you don't. Breathing here, feeling that sensation maybe on the inner line of the leg. And then we'll slowly raise that leg back up to the middle, holding that foot up. Option to curve your foot in towards the midline of your body and bringing that foot just across the midpoint. So you're not trying to go too far. Breathing here. And then we'll come back down to middle. And then let that leg out. Whether you're seated or you're lying in constructive rest, take a second to breathe here. Feeling fully supported with whatever surface that you're on. Maybe you want to stay here and rest for a few minutes, maybe closing your eyes. I want to thank all of you for going through this movement practice with me, for spending the last 5 days together, going through all of these movements, some of which might have been new for you, some of them won't be, and just exploring and trying something new. It's so great. So thank you so much for participating in this challenge, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you. Thank you.